If you're anything like me, you're always up for a good old-fashioned road trip. That's why we're back on the road today with three-time NASCAR champion Joey Logano.
Life is an adventure every day. We take a lot of road trips. We'll drive down halfway somewhere. My wife will find a park, let the kids run a little bit, jump back in the car and keep on trucking. I enjoy the night runs a little bit more because the kids fall asleep and you can cover some serious ground at night. Really the best things usually are the ones you don't plan, the ones you just go and you figure it out when you get there. But I've never pulled into a campground before. I don't even know how to do it. The opportunity is so huge. The best part though is just celebrating with everybody. When we get to celebrate together, it makes it mean a little bit more.
Today, we'll hear how he keeps his cool when things don't go as planned, his experiences traveling outside of the U.S., and he shares the importance of family time on and off the road. Do you ever get out of the country?
No.
Really?
I don't
It's not for you?
I am a creature of habit. When I find a restaurant I like, I go to the same one every time. I order the same thing. I never try anything else because I know I like it, so I go to it. But we are racing in Mexico City next year.
The food in Mexico City is incredible. We did an episode on that not too long ago, so you have to listen because
I guess so.
The food is awesome. If you like tacos, if you're into...
Okay, I do like that.
You're going to love Mexico City.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to love Mexico City. We'll have to send you some recommendations. Did you guys honeymoon in Costa Rica?
We did. I loved Costa Rica. My wife was the one that planned this whole trip. She left out some key details for me on purpose. We land. I'm like, okay, how far is the hotel from here? Can't be that far. No, it's 4 hours away.
Yeah.
And so you get in a car, your phone doesn't work, and you're driving through the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, this is it. This is where I'm gonna die. That's what I thought. I'm like, this is the end of it. Right on our honeymoon. But obviously it did not go bad. It was absolutely awesome. We loved every second of it. We went to the volcano area and then we went to the beach. We did kind of a couple things with 3 nights at each. We had fun. We went rafting.
Yeah.
The whitewater rafting. I flipped it. Lost my wedding band. Second day. Gone.
Oh my gosh.
And the best part is we have the pictures of it. Apparently this is an area where a lot of people wreck. So they had a photographer sitting there.
They're just ready for you to fly
They're
out.
ready for you to flip. And I start going down the waterfall and it's kind of steep and it's frame by frame in a picture of me wrecking. And I'm flipping and my hand's up, my ring's on. I go under the water and pop back up. I'm like, I'm alive, I'm excited, ring's gone.
Wow, you just got it in action.
We have the pictures of me actually losing my ring. Who can say that?
No, not a lot
many.
of people. And you know what? That's kind of a blessing. It's nice to know where and when you lost it so you don't have to go looking for it forever.
And it's better if you lose your ring when your wife is with you.
For sure.
Because that's a hard story to why'd you take it off?
Yes.
Right.
What is y'all's best family adventure that you've been on so far?
Life is an adventure every day. We take a lot of road trips. We drive to Talladega a lot. We did go down to Orlando last year. I enjoy them all. We'll drive down halfway somewhere. My wife will find a park somewhere. We'll sit down, eat, hang out at the park, let the kids run a little bit, jump back in the car and keep on trucking. I enjoy the night runs a little bit more because the kids fall asleep and you can cover some serious ground at night.
Yeah.
That part's good. We seem to have fun doing anything.
It's always fun hanging out.
Yeah, I guess I don't get much time with my family that I don't really care what we do. Let's just go.
It's just the quality time.
Yeah.
Even being in the car is kind of nice.
Really the best things usually are the ones you don't plan. The ones you just go and you figure it out when you get there. And because usually you can find some pretty cool things to do. Just spur of the moment, driving by things or whatever. So. Yeah.
Do you have any weird stories from road trips?
There's always the flat tire situation that happens every now and again.
Yeah.
But that's not even a big deal anymore. We're kind of used to that. I'd say this is probably the moment where I needed AAA more than ever. I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
It really wasn't even a road trip, but obviously I like old cars. I got a 72 Cutlass. It's actually right behind us here. And my wife and I were going Christmas shopping for the kids. So we went down to South Charlotte. There's a mall down there. Anyways, we eat dinner, we get Christmas shopping for the kids, do all the stuff. All right, driving home, coming through the city, and the left rear tire just comes off the car. Just wheel and everything. the studs broke right off.
No.
So like it's not like the lug nuts were loose. It's just the studs ripped off. So like middle of the highway, all of a sudden the thing turns sideways. I'm like, oh my god, what? So I pull over. I get out of the car. I'm like, I can't fix this. This is an unfixable moment, right? Like a lot of times, like I could change the tire. Watch me, big man I am, right? I could change the tire. There is no fixing this car. I'm like, we are screwed. It's called AAA, and we hung out there on the side of the highway for a few minutes, and they brought us home. It worked out great.
Good.
But I thought, at that moment, I was like, boy, I'm really glad we got this partnership right now. So I'm a real authentic customer.
You're like, I really did use it. And it was very useful.
Stuck. But it went smooth. And the other thing you worry about too, like a lot of things when you're on the side of the road, you worry about one, the danger, right? So you want someone there to get there as quickly as possible, because being on the side of the road is not a comfortable feeling for a lot of reasons. But one, just cars flying by you at 70 miles an hour is not comfortable.
Very scary.
Being stranded there, right? People are weird, right? So you get a little nervous about things like that. But luckily they got there pretty quick, and they took care of the car a lot too. Like you don't want to destroy your car when they're hooking it up on the wrecker, So keeping all that stuff nice and being able to fix it.
So when you guys go to Arkansas, you said you have all your stops planned already.
We do have it planned. Yes.
Are you going to like campgrounds? You got that all planned, so like the kids will have a place to offload the energy at night and such.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to that part. This is gonna sound uppity, but it's true. So when we show up to the racetrack, that our fifth wheel is always there. We have someone drive it there for us. Everything's already set up, so we just show up and we go to sleep. Like this is like, I don't know how to do a lot of things to this trailer.
You're gonna learn.
Honestly, I've never driven it. I watch it go. And I'm like, oh, there it is. It just magically appeared. So this is us doing it.
You're really doing
the real way.
The real way.
And so I gotta learn a little bit about the trailer itself. But I feel comfortable. I'll be able to handle a lot of it. But I've never pulled into a campground before. Like I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know who to call, what to do. But I set up some reservations and
you'll figure it out.
We're ready.
You can back up a trailer.
Oh, I'm not worried about driving. It's more of like
I can't even
setting
back up
it all
my car.
up, and like something's gonna break at some point, right?
I feel like that happens.
And I'm gonna have to figure all that out.
There's a pipe that needs replacing, or a part, or something with the drainage.
Maybe, but that's part of the adventure. That's actually kind of the part I'm looking forward to.
The problem solving along the way.
Yeah, like I'm gonna run into some issue I gotta overcome, and I kind of like that part of it.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like we go on a 4-wheeler trip every year, and there's about 35 guys from Team Penske that go, and they bring their kids with them. It's a guys trip, and we all just go 4-wheeling. And there's always something that happens on the 4-wheeler trip you have to overcome at some point. Like something's gonna break. But on the way down last year, we blew a tire, and it was like, it's funny because it's a bunch of racers. And they're like, how quick can we change a tire? Like, everybody's ready to go. We got all this stuff. Bang, boom. We're on the side of the road, and we're back on the road again. So I mean, that stuff's. I like the adventure piece of it.
I feel like that would be pretty incredible as someone driving down the road to just see the pit crew jump out and like handle the flat tire. No, it couldn't have.
No. I think it was less than 5 minutes. That's the best, is when you can change a tire with somebody and you don't even have to talk to each other. Everyone just knows what to do.
Yeah.
It's magic.
That is a fun adventure.
It is.
Four-wheeling? 4x4ing? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, we think, 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, all that stuff.
And you take the kids?
Yep.
And everybody
I take
work.
my oldest with me.
Yeah.
He's 6. He rides. My other 2 aren't old enough to ride yet, so.
Do you think he's gonna? You think he's gonna get into racing or driving or something adjacent?
Sure. He loves. I mean, he's my oldest, Hudson. He is just like me, to where like every day he gets home from school, he's on his 4-wheeler and he's driving through the woods here. Like that's what he wants to do, and I'm like, heck yeah. Finally, I got someone to do something like that. Did we just become best friends? Like at that moment, right? Like, this is great. We've gone racing a couple times, but he doesn't seem to want to compete yet.
Okay.
Like he's only 6, so I don't want to push him either.
Yeah.
And there's also some weird pressures that come along with it for him versus other kids.
Sure.
Because he gets he's expected to be fast. But he's still a 6-year-old kid.
He's a kid.
And they're like, oh, but it's Joey's kid, and he should have the fastest everything, the best everything. So I don't like that part of it too much for him. but there's really no overcoming that. Like, that's just what it is, so we just do it.
Yeah.
But he seems to just want to ride. He just wants to drive right now. He just wants to drive things, and I'm not pushing anything on him yet. I don't want to. Like, I want him to want to do it.
Yeah, and he probably will. Because
yeah.
little boys usually want to be like their dads, especially when you have a cool dad.
Until then, we just have fun, right? Like, we've enjoyed it. Like, you look at some of the hot rods behind us. Like, that's what he wants to do with a dad.
He just likes riding around.
Every day, he wants to go to school in a different car and something neat. He wants to work on things, and that's fun to me.
Yeah.
So he'll play basketball this winter. He wants to play basketball. So we're trying other sports, which is hard because I know nothing about any other sport, but it's fun doing it together too.
So you guys are going to Arkansas.
Yep.
Going to Orlando. Probably going to South Carolina.
I don't think we'll get there this
No?
off season. When you win the championship, it's great, and we were wrong anyway, but your life becomes a lot busier. So we have a trip to Houston I got to go to for Shell. I got to go back up to Dearborn for Ford. I think I've spent 3 nights in my bed since we won in Phoenix. And at this point, it's been a couple weeks. So I've been on the gas. But it's good. It's all good things. You have to do all this stuff while strike while the iron's hot, right? So we're making the most of it right now. The opportunity is so huge and so hard to win, and you just want to celebrate with everybody and just make the most of it, and have fun with the other things that come along. Like, it's all really neat. Like, there's really nothing that I would change about any of it. The best part, though, is just celebrating with everybody. Like, our banquet is this weekend coming up, and to have not only the team there, but their spouses are there, and then there's an after party, and then we have Christmas parties for their kids and stuff, to where like everyone can celebrate together. And that's where like you get to see everybody's emotion of what that championship means, not just to the guys that travel every week, but it's a lot on the spouses at home. 38 weekends is a lot, and it's not like during the week that we have days off. Like, we work every day.
Yeah.
So there's not much time to spend together as a family for anybody, and so the grind's real for the families too. And so when we get to celebrate together, it makes it mean a little bit more.